Okay, to start this video off, I'll talk to you guys about what has happened with SchmitzTREEz recently. I know I haven't posted in a while, but on the chip truck, the motor went out. It didn't explode or anything like that, but I was on my way back from a job site. I was actually on my way back to Des Moines, and the truck just started shaking. And the check engine light came on, and this has been kind of like a common occurrence. It kept running codes and stuff. So it started shaking, and I turned the radio down because I was like, is the radio too loud? You know, but turned the radio down, it was still shaking. But after that, I was like, okay, I need to go to the nearest shop now. So I took it in to the nearest shop, which was like Peterson Tire, and they had no idea what was really going on. That mean they changed the oil and stuff on it, but turns out I ended up getting a motor swap. So I put a brand new 2025 6.7 in it, and then I know this is probably illegal, but I'm gonna tell you guys anyway. I got it, but with the upcoming laws and stuff coming up, I think I should be absolutely fine getting that truck deleted. So yeah, that was altogether about $18,000, and that came out of nowhere. So at that point, or the past couple weeks, been struggling a little bit, but we made the money back. We're good, we're chilling. But that was kind of the biggest update so far for SchmitzTREEz. I know a lot of other stuff has happened. We've been working all throughout the winter, but regardless of that, in this video, I'm contract climbing for a different tree service to take down a giant sycamore tree. I think it's like 100 feet tall. So you guys should enjoy that. And then I think another limb on a different sycamore tree, or going over the house that the bucket can't reach. So I'll be up there climbing and rigging these limbs down. So when I contract climb for different tree services, I try to perform better than what I would even with myself. And also I'll tell you guys why. Just because you want to make a really good first impression with these tree services or other people, because not only does it spread your name, you get more opportunity for work. Let's say I'm hurting for work on my own jobs, I can like go and help someone else, or I can always rely on, I always have that, like if you have a strong network, it helps you, you know, just being able to climb for different tree services. And not every tree service I like climbing for. I don't know if you guys have seen some of my videos where I'll like freak out on people, but because they're idiots, you know. Like if I'm climbing for a tree service, they got to be somewhat professional, all right, and know what's going on, having helmets on and stuff, and speak English. But yeah, I'm gonna go pick up the chainsaws for down only, or for climbing stuff and everything, and then go to Come and Go and get a white monster baby. Okay fellers, here are the trees. This is our giant removal for today. I'm only climbing it. I don't think it's 100 foot tall. It's more probably like 85, 90. But this thing is freaking monstrous. Look at this thing. Here's a view of kind of what the other side of the trees look like from the road here. Okay, turns out that might be pushing about 100 foot at the tops, but yeah, sycamore trees are toxic to chip. Like you see people wearing masks when you chip sycamore, but it's only whenever there's leaves on them, and the leaves on the underside have the toxic stuff that if you breathe it in, then makes you cough. But not necessarily like the tree itself, or like the bark, or if you're cutting into the wood. I mean, obviously still, like if you breathe in sawdust, it's gonna make you cough, but it's not near as toxic as like if you were to breathe in the, you know, the dust on the underside of the leaves. And then we're taking out a lead off of this tree. I'm not sure exactly which lead. But am I a little bit nervous? Yes. I always get a little bit scared before going up giant trees like this, but I get more scared when I'm like past that 20-foot mark, like right around that range, because it's like if I fall from there, I'm not gonna die. I'm gonna just be, I mean, I could die, but it's like I'm more or less just gonna be really messed up. But if I fall from, you know, 100 foot or 90 foot, it's like, well, I'm gonna die. So I'm not near as scared. I know that sounds crazy, but that's just kind of how my brain works, I guess, when it comes to heights. So yeah, this one's gonna take probably a couple days for us to do this job, but we don't have a crane. We have a bucket truck. So I'll bring you guys along with me to take down the monster sycamore tree, like in where the red fern grows.
later. Can you enhance this?
Hang on.